Hello everybody, Frankie here from Vibrant Center for Voice and Movement. And today I'm going to take you through a movement practice. I have a bit of a barrier that I'll be working around in that my teaching assistants have decided to take up a big space on the floor where I'm going to be working, but I will do my best to move around them, and that's okay. Today I really want you to take the time to explore your own experience in moving and to really make this about movement with pleasure. And just notice what that brings up for you. So if there's anything in you that goes, I'm not good at dancing, or I'm really awkward, that's not the point. Simply, this is movement. This is movement. This is movement. And whatever way in which you want to move that feels good is what matters. And that's what I love, is I hope that where you are, perhaps you can't see yourself in a mirror. Perhaps you can simply enjoy the physical experience that you're having. To begin with, find yourself in a standing corpse or standing neutral. Have your feet hip distance apart. Let your knees be soft. Let your jaw be soft here. And what I want you to do is actually bring your awareness to the place where your spine connects to your skull. And I'd like you to actually put your fingers there. So walk your fingers up your spine. Find that place. And landmark it for yourself. So for me, on my body, it's a little higher than my ears. It's actually perhaps just above my eyes. And this will be different on every body. So take a moment here, drop your jaw as you do this, and explore this occiput area. Just leave a finger there. And start to draw circles with your nose. And the other way. And let that hand come down. Can you still sense into that particular place where the spine meets the skull? And changing direction. Notice if you're clenching somewhere else, can you let go? And let those circles get a little smaller and a little smaller, until you find what might feel like a nice balancing on the top of your spine with your skull. So congratulations, you've just been doing movement for the last few minutes. I want you to now just think about that particular place where the skull and the spine meet, and just nod your head yes. And shake your head no. And find a little side to side, maybe. A little wiggle, maybe. Yeah, nice. And now drop your chin fully to your chest. And feel your weight dropping down through your feet into the floor. Feel that connection between your feet and the floor. Take a nice big breath here. And now swing your arms side to side, keeping a little bit of a bend in your knees. Yeah, just swinging the arms side to side. Letting the jaw be released here. And start to roll down. And this is an accident. The focus is letting the head be heavy and letting the arms swing side to side. But you happen to roll down a little each time you swing. So keep breathing here. Notice if you've stopped breathing. Hang out at the bottom. And let the swinging side to side go for a moment so that you're just hanging straight down. And then here too, sense into that joint where, or the two joints really, where the skull and the spine meet, and nod your head yes. And shake no. And then wiggle maybe. And then come back to swinging side to side. Oh, and incidentally, you start to roll up. But the focus here is swinging side to side. Making sure you're still breathing. Leaving the head down for a few swings. And then bringing the head up, seeing the room as you're swinging side to side, letting that jaw hang. Oh, and then letting that get a little smaller and a little smaller. Yes, and a little smaller. Nice. Until you find center. Lovely. And take a moment now, your eyes can be open or closed. But take a moment just to sense into your body. Now that you've been moving your body, does the inside of your body feel different? How does your breath feel? Is there a little movement now? Maybe a little rocking side to side, or a little moving the shoulders, something that feels good. Find that feeling good movement for yourself and explore that. And you can stay with it, you can slow it down, you can speed it up. And then if it no longer feels good or it starts to evolve into something else, then go there and follow that. And that's simply where we're going to end up in this movement practice today. So I'm going to play some music, and I want you to find a movement that feels good, and then go on a journey for yourself. Stay with what feels pleasant, what feels pleasurable. And have a little bit of a hold there and notice the shape that you're in. Notice the space between your fingers, your arms and legs, your arms, legs to your torso, to your hips, the space around your neck, your ears. You might feel a bit of effort in the muscles now, just sitting in this still moment. And then shake it out and exhale and sound. Whew, yeah. Nice. Take a moment to be still. Go back to your standing corpse. Let your jaw hang. Let your tongue soften. And just notice how your body feels now. Where's your breath? Is there an image that comes to your mind? Is there a deep sense of pleasure or enjoyment that is present somewhere in your body? Just notice what is. Are there sensations like tingling or warmth? Track those sensations for yourself. And then gently let that go in 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. So part of the key principles here are experiencing pleasure, and this time experiencing pleasure through movement. Our bodies are made to be expressive and to move, and often it's very common for that movement to be very limited, especially if we're doing a lot of sitting, a lot of working on the computer, or just inhabiting familiar spaces a lot. And it's very useful for the body to get to expand how it moves, kind of open up your repertoire of experiences and movements. The other thing too is it never ceases to amaze me how I might feel a certain way and then I can change the way I feel simply by engaging my body and moving around in a certain way. It could even be simple as skipping or just jumping and kind of shaking out my hands or wiggling my hips, and suddenly I can go from feeling quite tired or lethargic or a little bit down to feeling my energy shift. And also, on a practical level, it just gets the blood pumping, it gets the joints more lubricated, and it's fun. And goodness knows we need that. So training can be enjoyable, and in fact it should be. If we're going to be creative and we're going to be expressive and nuanced, then we need to be having pleasurable experiences and enjoyment, not simply because that's self-care, which it is, but also because of how it works on our nervous system. It actually, in fact, allows us to have a greater bandwidth or a greater capacity to hold the myriad of human experience. So then we can go there and express this larger range. So it's not simply about being happy and trying to force happiness for the sake of being happy, but actually experiencing pleasure allows us to have a different kind of relationship between ourselves and our environment, and it helps to bring the sympathetic nervous system down a little bit sometimes, and even get us out of freeze. In the meantime, until I see you again, take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Bye.